Hey guys. When I was doing ED3 a while back, somebody asked me if I could explain my Taraket a little bit more in depth, and I promised that I would do that as soon as I figured that my own strategy was developed enough to actually be something worth teaching others, you know? There's different ways to do this boss. I've spoken to my friend Pernix from PBME. He's one of the two people currently who's sort of bumping heads with each other over the ED3 range full round records, and we do this really very different ways. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to group up all the targets for the final phase to be able to chin all of them at the same time. I'm also using crit adrenaline from an incendiary shot with this pile of targets to get more crits, get more adrenaline, be able to debo more times in a short time window. So the Taraket arena looks like this, as everyone knows. There's the crystals and Taraket. There's one square in between those. If or when you need to deal with a crystal, if Taraket is not in a flying phase, depending on how your DPS is going, what you can do is you can stand on the northern side and you can use Demoralize on Taraket once you push him back one square, and then you'll be able to chin the crystal and Taraket at the same time. That will put Taraket in this square over here. Otherwise, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to face P1 as soon as I can, and then hopefully the crystal will spawn right at the end of P1. Otherwise it will be on P2, in which case I will stand over on this side, Demoralize, and then chin Taraket and the crystal. Or Rift, sorry. Then by the time the minions are spawning, since the minions are larger targets, as soon as they walk in the pinkish marked area here of my area of effect on my chins spreading around Taraket in a 3x3, and I'll be able to hit Taraket and the minions at the same time. So when they close, I try to stand in this spot. This shouldn't be here at this point, this will be gone. I will chin Taraket and both the minions, and during the time the Taraket flew for the second time, I used an incendiary shot so that I could gain adrenaline for every time I crit. And being that my crit chance is like 25% with the Grimoire and Reaver's Ring, then obviously chinning at least 3 targets with the debo that hits twice per cast gives me a pretty significant chance to crit at least once per time I use the Dark Bow, which really helps with the adrenaline sustenance during that. So how this works, looking at it, I run into the center of the arena, surge over to Taraket, and I plant my Death Swiftness. I use the Adren pot here because Adren is kind of not really a struggle for the second phase because of the incendiary shot building. And then I just ECB spec and I try to do as much as I can. I snap rapid with Ruby Bolts. I use an Undead Slayer or an Undead Sigil during this. Throw a Tendril and a Dark Bow in. There's the portal. So I can just nicely deal with this during the time Taraket flies over to fetch the first minion. I don't really bother pre-damaging this minion, I just focus on getting my ECB spec off so that I can snap rapid Taraket again and face him into P3 as fast as I can, because this is one of the places where you can save time. It's also beneficial for me to keep this minion reasonably alive for the crit adren bonus, since it doesn't do that much damage to me. So I incend the minion, wait 1 ability, and then I ricochet, so I get my adren back up. Then as soon as Taraket gets back to the center, I throw down my DS, put my chins on, stand in the correct position, 1 square off him to the north, and then I just basically camp debos, snapshots, rapid fires, and use a second iteration of my Undead Sigil for some damage. As soon as the big minion is dead, I don't really bother with the skeletons. That's kind of up to you if you don't want to take damage or not. Then I throw on my regular weapons. I use an ECB spec, and then I use the Salve Amulet or my Debo Amulet for the remainder of the kill.